What's happening, fam? L.A.R. movement still moving. Subscriber died trying. You see the thumbnail. Me Too became Petty Too. And I'm going to tell you, the thumbnail is Caleb Williams. He's a quarterback. Where was he at? I think he was at Oklahoma. Transferred to USC. I was about to say South Carolina. But, so University of Southern California. And he made his announcement. And what you see is like a Twitter thread, basically, of girls at his former school, which is Oklahoma. I believe it's Oklahoma. I don't watch college that much anymore, but I believe it's Oklahoma because I think it was him and Spencer Rattler. But what winds up happening was they made a thing. He has a foot fetish, so it was like one chick said he's gonna basically take his foot fetish from Oklahoma to L.A. and of course, like little mean girls, the other girls chimed in and ha 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 ha, type of thing. Like, yeah, he got a foot fetish, and the issue is this: there have been numerous college athletes who, in the last 10 years, have had their first round lottery pick status tarnished and an ability to make a certain amount of money out the gate ruined by young trifling girls like this. Oh, he assaulted me, but he didn't. Oh, he beat me. You punched him and smacked him and he smacked you back, and then he got his reputation ruined, He took it. Oh, now 5 years later, I lied. So you got a situation where you can see in real time, basically, the most you had on this guy was he likes feet. So you got to ask yourself, if this is all you got that could tarnish this man's reputation, then people are going to start looking at all the other things that are said about other people. And some of you ladies and young ladies who think that, why the believe all women thing doesn't come across well for people is because of stuff like this. Because basically all he did was be in some type of relationship with a woman, and now it's over, and he moved to another city, and now on your way out, I gotta let people know that you're a deviant, and people are not gonna look at a foot fetish like a deviant. They're like, okay, you saying he like feet. So when he liked your feet, it was all good. Now that he's leaving, him liking your feet is a problem. So he wasn't disrespectful to you. He wasn't oppressing you. He wasn't intimidating you. He wasn't putting his hands on you. He wasn't stealing from you. He wasn't toxic or abusive in any kind of way. Or if this doesn't work, we're going to turn it up a notch and then say he did something. And then people are going to ask, well, if you said he had a foot fetish and now he went from a foot fetish, to being an abusive man, why you ain't start with the abuse first and then the foot fetish later? Like, why would you start with a foot fetish first and then abuse later? Because, you didn't get the traction that you thought you would. So a lot of this becomes an issue. And for me, I'm like, how many times do y'all have to see somebody try to ruin a person's future? One of the best stories, when it comes to that in the NFL right now is Jonnu Smith. He plays for the Patriots. Now he was playing for the Titans. but he made the Pro Bowl with the Titans. He was a little banged up last year, if I'm not mistaken. But he's a Pro Bowl tight end. But people forget the story that, he had a girlfriend and I think she thought he was cheating or something like that. And she got mad at him, and when he was sleeping, she threw a pot of boiling water on him and burnt his skin. He wound up, it messed up his draft stock. So this idea, and you ladies are wondering why these guys who are athletes are not really, either they settle down early or they're not settling down for a long amount of time, is because they're not doing anything to you. They're really not doing anything to you but dating you at the most. And if you can't hook them to possibly be a long-time girlfriend, wife, or baby mother, and now it's just a college hookup, not all of a sudden you got to try to Me Too the guy. You're in college to better yourself. Why don't you worry about getting your degree and finding an entry-level path to a career, or figuring out how to start a business while you're in college instead of doing this? Because now, the Me Too model basically has been retrofitted to people, and it's been like that for a while, but retrofitted for people who are not that far out of high school. So, and with predominantly attacking people who have the possibility to be rich. So it's some BS, in my opinion. So like, share, subscribe, or die trying. Catch you on the next one. Peace.